Before we dive into our countdown of the most successful American Special Forces missions ever executed, let's set the stage with the 3 criteria that guided our ranking. First, strategic impact, measuring how decisively the mission influenced broader military or geopolitical outcomes. Second, operational complexity, weighing the difficulty of planning, execution, and adaptability under pressure. And third, risk factor, reflecting the danger to the operatives and the stakes involved if the mission failed. Each mission will be scored between 1 and 3 stars in each category, with higher totals earning a higher spot on our list. And rest assured, there will be no ties here today. These are the stories that blend precision, courage, and strategy into moments that shaped history. Some of these operations were whispered about in military circles for decades before being declassified. Others made headlines within hours, shocking the world with their audacity. But every single one of them shows why American Special Forces have become a symbol of unmatched skill and determination. And just when you think you know how each mission ends, you might be surprised by what really happened. Coming in at number 5 is Operation Acid Gambit, a daring hostage rescue during the United States invasion of Panama in December 1989. At the time, Panama was in political chaos under the rule of Manuel Noriega, an American businessman. Kurt Muse had been imprisoned by Noriega's forces for operating an anti-government radio station. The mission was assigned to Delta Force, who were tasked with breaking Muse out of the notorious Cárcel Modelo prison, right in the heart of Panama City. On December 20th, as U.S. forces began their invasion, a small Delta Force team fast-roped from a helicopter directly onto the prison roof under heavy enemy fire. The operatives breached the building, neutralized the guards, and extracted Muse in a matter of minutes, but the escape was anything but smooth. One of the helicopters was riddled with bullets and crash-landed, injuring several soldiers and nearly jeopardizing the mission. Muse himself later recalled that he was certain he would not survive as gunfire tore through the fuselage. This mission scored 2 stars for strategic impact, 1 star for operational complexity, and 2 stars for risk factor, giving it a modest total that earns it the 5th spot. While it did not shift the balance of global power, Acid Gambit became a textbook example of how Delta Force could strike deep inside hostile territory with speed, precision, and sheer determination. Sliding into the number 4 position is Operation Gothic Serpent, better known as the Battle of Mogadishu. In October 1993, the mission's objective was to capture Somali warlord Mohammed Farah Aidid's top lieutenants, disrupting his hold on Mogadishu during the nation's brutal civil war. The operation was carried out by elite U.S. Army Rangers and Delta Force operators, working alongside helicopter crews from the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, the famed Night Stalkers. On October 3rd, the plan seemed straightforward: deploy from Black Hawk helicopters, secure the targets, and exfiltrate within an hour. But after 2 Black Hawks were shot down by RPGs, the mission turned into a desperate 18-hour battle through city streets. 18 American soldiers were killed, more than 70 wounded, and hundreds of Somali militiamen neutralized in brutal urban combat. Among the most heroic moments came when 2 Delta Force snipers, Gary Gordon and Randy Shughart, volunteered to defend the crew of a downed helicopter, sacrificing their lives in the process and posthumously receiving the Medal of Honor. Sheer intensity of fighting in a hostile city was unlike anything U.S. forces had faced in decades, and the images of soldiers under fire shocked the American public. With 2 stars for strategic impact, 2 stars for operational complexity, and 2 stars for risk factor, Gothic Serpent earns the 4th slot. Its consequences extended far beyond Somalia, reshaping U.S. military doctrine and influencing decisions about future interventions, proving how one mission can ripple across decades of foreign policy. The May 2011 raid that brought an end to the decade-long manhunt for Osama bin Laden. Following years of intelligence gathering, the CIA pinpointed a suspicious compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan, believed to be hiding the most wanted man in the world. The mission was assigned to SEAL Team 6. Officially known as the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, with insertion and extraction handled by the Night Stalkers. In the early hours of May 2nd, the stealth-modified Black Hawk helicopters flew deep into Pakistani airspace without detection. One helicopter crash-landed inside the compound due to unexpected vortex issues, but the SEALs pressed on. With flawless execution, they breached doors, cleared rooms, and ultimately located bin Laden on the 3rd floor. Within 40 minutes, the mission was complete, and the SEALs exfiltrated with bin Laden's body and a treasure trove of intelligence material. The mission scored 3 stars for strategic impact, 2 stars for operational complexity, and 2 stars for risk factor, cementing its place in the top 3. Its success was a seismic moment, not only for the United States, but for the world, sending a clear message to enemies everywhere. Even the most elusive target could not escape forever. Yet it also raised questions in global politics about Pakistani sovereignty and the risks of unilateral action, sparking debates that continue to this day. Claiming the number 2 spot is Operation Just Cause's most famous sub-operation, assault on Rio Hato airfield. Also, during the 1989 Panama invasion, this mission involved more than 750 U.S. Army Rangers parachuting onto the airfield under the cover of darkness, tasked with neutralizing Panama Defense Force units and securing the runway for incoming American aircraft. As they descended from the night sky, anti-aircraft fire lit up the darkness, forcing Rangers to land under a storm of tracer rounds. Fierce close-quarters combat erupted on the ground as Panamanian forces resisted with determination. But the Rangers pressed forward with overwhelming speed and coordination. By sunrise, they had captured the airfield, destroyed enemy aircraft, and cleared the way for the arrival of U.S. troops and equipment. The operation scored 3 stars for strategic impact, 2 stars for operational complexity, and 3 stars for risk factor, making it one of the most dangerous and decisive missions of the invasion. Veterans recalled that even after the airfield was secured, intelligence indicated a possible counterattack from nearby barracks, keeping the soldiers on high alert until reinforcements arrived. The scale, speed, and bravery of this assault marked it as one of the most memorable Ranger operations in modern history. Finally, at number 1, we arrive at Operation Red Dawn, the December 13, 2003 mission that captured Saddam Hussein and ended months of uncertainty in post-invasion Iraq. After painstaking intelligence work, U.S. forces tracked Hussein's possible hideouts to 2 farmhouses near the town of Ad. Task Force 121, a joint unit composed of Delta Force operators and Army Rangers, surrounded the area and began an exhaustive search. After clearing buildings and farmland, soldiers uncovered a concealed spider hole beneath a small hut. Inside was Saddam Hussein, armed but unwilling to fight, ending his reign in a single moment. His capture dealt a devastating psychological blow to insurgents and reassured the world that one of the most feared dictators of the modern era would face justice. The operation scored a perfect 3 stars for strategic impact, 3 for operational complexity, and 3 for risk factor, giving it a flawless total and the top position on our list. Yet even in triumph, danger loomed as nearby crowds gathered and soldiers feared an ambush by loyalists, forcing the extraction team to act with absolute precision. These 5 missions, each unique in their objectives and challenges, stand as testaments to the skill, bravery, and adaptability of America's elite warriors. From daring hostage rescues to the takedown of high-profile targets, they have shaped the course of modern history in ways both seen and unseen. While technology and tactics evolve, the courage behind these operations remains timeless, reminding us that, in the shadows, far from the headlines, men and women train for moments that may last only minutes, but change the world forever. The legacy of these operations is more than just military success, is the story of human resolve under the most extreme conditions imaginable.